Hello, Nova Nation. It's WXVU Sports Director David Szczepanski. Behind me is the Finneran Pavilion, and coming up in just about 90 minutes, the Villanova Wildcats will wrap up their home regular season schedule tonight here against the Butler Bulldogs. The women's basketball team looking for another win, but has been a really successful past month or so. The Wildcats have won 8 of their last 11 games. A disappointing loss, though, against Providence a couple days ago in Rhode Island. Beautiful sunset, too. It feels like 60 degrees. I believe the actual temperature's around 60 degrees right now. So such a beautiful day to be outside. Wanted to bring you this preview video from outside. Villanova looking to rebound off of their loss against Providence this weekend, where, let's face it, a lot of things went wrong. Villanova was out-rebounded by more than 20 rebounds. Their offense was really inconsistent. Jasmine Basco struggled in this game for the Wildcats. That was a game that really Villanova had to have, right, when you look at the schedule, when you look at where they were trying to get into March Madness. But Villanova goes right back to business here in this game against Butler. You know, who knows? Maybe there might be a chance that Villanova wins this game and wins Creighton in a very tough environment in Omaha. They can sneak, into March Madness with an at-large bid. But most likely, the Wildcats playing for a WBIT berth. And if Villanova beats Butler, they play well in the Big East tournament, pick up a win or two. I definitely think that's possible to even maybe get a home WBIT game once again here at the Finn. In terms of this one, the Butler Bulldogs, they come into this game with a record of 15-15 overall. They have 5 conference wins. And if you remember the video that I did about a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did when Villanova was playing Butler in Indianapolis, I was pretty much telling a different story. This Butler team had really struggled back then. They had lost their top scorer, Caroline Strand. They really did not find a way to kind of get offense going or find a way to even win games without her. She's been out for about a month and a half, 2 months now. So, the Butler team was really struggling, especially offensively, but I give them a lot of credit. They have really picked up their play over the past couple of weeks. The Bulldogs have won 3 of their last 5 games. Villanova did beat them by 4 points in Indianapolis, but it was a really tough game that Butler had a chance to win in the final minute or so of that game. Villanova was able to execute there in the final few seconds, play a full 40 minutes, as we hear Coach Dillon and Villanova always talk about. So good win for the Cats there, just to kind of fight through that gritty basketball. But looking back at that game, Butler, a really good three-point shooting team. As a team, they'll shoot about 35% from behind the arc. They also force a lot of turnovers. Their defense will do a good job at times. They give up about 63 points per game this season. But where they struggle is offensively. They scored just 62 points per game overall this season in their 30 contests. But when you look at their stats in conference play, this is a team that without their top scorer, Caroline Strand, who is averaging around 14 points per game, this is a team that scores just below 60 points per game, around 56 points per contest without their leading scorer, Strand. So when she's in the game and when she played in the beginning of the season, this Butler offense was better, but I give them a lot of credit. They have played well over the past couple weeks to pick up some wins in Big East play. They had a win against Marquette, which was really impressive. They did lose to UConn recently, which of course is pretty much an impossible task in the Big East for women's basketball. But Butler, they have picked up their pace. This is not going to be as easy of a game as it might have been, a month and a half ago for Villanova. Kylan McGuff is the leading scorer for this Butler Bulldogs team. She averages more than 12 points per game. She got into double digits against that game, or in that game against Villanova a couple weeks ago at Hinkle Fieldhouse. So she's definitely the player to watch out for. Like I said, their defense will force turnovers. Villanova has to be ready for that. On the offensive side of the court, they struggle to score consistently. They'll go on some runs where they struggle to pick up points, but the positive for their offense is that they are a good three-point shooting team, so that is definitely something to watch out for tonight in this game for the Wildcats. It's senior day here at the Finneran Pavilion as the Villanova Wildcats will wrap up their regular season home schedule with the battle against the Butler Bulldogs. Our WXU pregame coverage will begin at 5:30 p.m., so in just about an hour or so, and 6 p.m. will be tip-off here from the Finn. Hope you can join us. Reporting live from outside of the Finneran Pavilion on this beautiful late February afternoon, I'm WXVU Sports Director David Szczepanski, and as always, go Cats!